High-end dining in the midst of ruin. On the sidewalk, I saw the froth of old garbage blown around by city wind. Inside the restaurant, you were assaulted by tastefulness. The click of ice in a steel shaker, a curl of white staircase. The walls were stacked cubes of smoked glass. My husband said the chef was famous.
Apparently, this used to be a dive bar, he said. Caetano Velosa and Shiku Borarke used to come here.
Those are co-workers of yours?
No, singers.
Oh, I said.
What?
You're doing facts about Brazil again. The men wore shirts with open collars. The women wore as little as possible. The bartender, a skinny black tie. The menu bragged of steak tartare, ceviche, gnocchi, gourmet mini hamburgers. Whatever it wasn't a dive bar anymore. We ate out in Sao Paulo. Restaurant going was the local cult, and we got involved. A home-cooked meal, as a solution to the problem of sustenance, would have set off alarms. Who made this? That makes us sound terrible, perhaps, and unable to look after ourselves, but it isn't an exaggeration. This was around the time I stopped thinking of New York as back home. I told myself this meant I was officially an expatriate. My husband's transfer to Sao Paulo had come about almost entirely because he had already spoke some Portuguese. College girlfriend, 5 semesters. We'd been in Sao Paulo 6 months already, and we might stay on for years. The adventure was open-ended. Everything depended on my husband's job, on variables outside my control, on events that hadn't happened yet. One of the first words I learned in Portuguese was the term for the fine rain that fell constantly in that city, something between drizzle and mist. I was blonde, slim hips. I liked to wear green clothes. At night, the city had an electric chartreuse glow. I saw more dark windows than lighted ones in the concrete faces of apartment towers. I saw Brazilian flags, soccer matches playing endlessly on flat-screen televisions, traffic signals changing at empty intersections. So in this scenario, we wouldn't even be here.
Or there would be a nanny, a professional caregiver.
I meant we wouldn't be here in Brazil.
People have children in Brazil, he said.
But it would be different.
It would be different.
Because there would be this small creature with us all the time.
You remain skeptical.
I laughed. In a word, I said. The waiter interrupted us to ask, in English, if we were enjoying the meal. When he went away, I could see that my husband was annoyed. He felt it was an insult to his Portuguese, since he had used Portuguese earlier with the same waiter. I was sure the waiter only wanted to practice his English. It was perhaps fair to say that both men wanted to show off. He was being polite, I said.
I know, my husband said.
Sao Paulo was a metropolitan area of 21 million people, and always in the throes of something. There were rumors of drought. There were gangland killings, labor strikes, carjackings. Whole bus yards mysteriously went up in flames a couple of times a year. That was a thing. Criminals used dynamite to blast open ATMs. Drinking water was delivered to our door in 20-liter plastic jugs, and Brazil was making preparations to host the World Cup. The term of art was mega-event.
We're not ready,
said the Brazilians I knew. I wondered if you could classify war as a mega-event. Sao Paulo was a megacity. Information began to accumulate. I was told things. I personally knew only rich Brazilians because of my husband's job. But all Brazilians took such delight, perplexing to an American, in criticizing their country. It was a style of critique that managed to deprecate nation and self at once. They would break into spontaneous arias of complaint. Everybody did this. Taxi drivers, dentists,